time to take a look at a good Simpsons game. We've already looked at Simpsons Wrestling, which I would define as a bad Simpsons game. Very bad indeed. But this is actually one I quite enjoyed at the time. I don't think I ever owned this. This dates me quite badly, but I remember back in the early 2000s when McDonald's were getting GameCubes in. They used to have Burnout, they would have Simpsons Road Rage, which is the game we're looking at here, and a whole multitude of other stuff. But I also remember people having this, but the only version I ever played was the GameCube version. I started to figure out why, because the PS2 version is maybe not the most stable thing in the world. Let's jump in. So I've unlocked... Ooh, why is that text all different colour? Weird. Was that just to signify that's new? Let's go Homer. Family sedan. Okay, everything else is locked, so we just start Evergreen Terrace. So this is a pretty shameless, I'm not going to say rip-off because that's harsh, but clone. That's not even much better. It's Crazy Taxi is what it is. They've made Crazy Taxi, which I've got no problem with, but that's exactly what they've made. To be honest, comparing that with Simpsons Wrestling, I would much prefer this than that, to be honest. If you're going to clone anything, Crazy Taxi is something that there wasn't many versions of, so making a licensed version of that is a good call. So the first thing I noticed is the PS2 version seems to have horrific loading times. I'm not sure if this is my PS2. I mean, this is the second PS2 I've got now. There we go. That's just my PS2's dying. But yeah, it's identical. So here you go. You stop, pick up a passenger, and you accelerate as quickly as you can. There's not quite as a robust combo system as there was in Crazy Taxi, but similar sort of gameplay. Jump through that glass and get into the Ricky Mark. Oh, that's bad. There we go. And you get more time and more money depending on how quickly you go. So you get fast, standard, slow, or occasionally you get optional objectives. So you get things like Road Rage, you have to smash as many obstacles as you can, and one where you have to avoid traffic. There we go. There we go, there's an avoid traffic one. So that's just one smash. That's two smashes. I was never good at avoiding traffic in Crazy Taxi. I'm too... Oh, come on, he crashed into me! Avoiding traffic was not my strong suit with Crazy Taxi. Now, I've got to say, I love Crazy Taxi. Probably more than I should, but I absolutely adore that game. I've played the hell out of it. I got all 200 points in the Xbox Live Arcade version eventually. Bloody crazy box. I got whatever the highest rank is in the Dreamcast and the Xbox Live version. I've played it to death. I never really got into the sequels because there was Crazy Taxi 2 and Crazy Taxi 3, which is an Xbox game, I think, the third one. I played the second one and it just felt like the same thing again, but with less personality. And 3 was like futuristic. I don't know what 3 was. I should pick that up again. I was kind of hoping Sega would put those out. It would be nice if they put out a collection of those 3 games, because I would like to go back to the second 2. Hopefully this time with the actual soundtrack. I'll take a shortcut. Oh, that's not a shortcut if I'm going to crash into that rock. Controls feel pretty good. Like the driving is very loose, but it's just controllable enough that it just feels manic, as opposed to impossible. Yeah, I might actually get there without hitting a car. Yeah, there you go. You get a safe trip. Yeah, I think the combo system is the thing that you miss in this. Because what I liked about... interesting? Oh, go that way. Oh, right. Let's carry on the back of here. What I liked about Crazy Taxi is the fact that you got rewarded for reckless driving that didn't get you into crashes. This game doesn't really seem to do that. And I guess if you're making a more accessible kids version of Crazy Taxi, that makes total sense. Like, as much as I miss the combo system, and also, if you're going to rip off Crazy Taxi, maybe it's probably best to change a couple of things and not just completely wholesale rip it off. Also, the handbrake is on the square button, not the circle button. And the reverse button's on the circle, which I find a little odd.
Just get me out of here, dude.
Here goes the destroy stuff. I'm always terrible at because I can't... The steering is twitchy enough that I just can't get... Oh, Jesus. Me getting there in 18 seconds is going to be a bit of a challenge. Actually, it's just on the end of this road.
Nice one.
So all the objectives, you can see that there's like a count at the top left. So it doesn't... The thing that's interesting is if you've got one of those special objectives, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to... Sorry, Wiggum.
Can I go home? The leprechaun tells me to burn things.
Okay, I didn't ask for your life story.
So yeah, that's a good point. Like, this game's got full original voice work, which is pretty good quality. I wish there was more of it, but like all these games, they never have enough dialogue. But I think it goes a long way. I can never believe these games that they've come out with and they just don't even have the likenesses, let alone the voices for these things. They live and die by that.
Okay, I'm not good at
If you've got recognisable characters, make them recognisable.
Get in the car, Dad. Okay, do you know where my family lives? Do you have any barf bags? I don't feel so good.
Back up the hill. Let's go! I didn't notice the clouds either. That's quite clever.
All right,
Average.
thanks for the lift. Homer for hire at your service.
Avoid traffic. Oh,
Ever.
it's also quite difficult to avoid traffic when you're jumping over a hill like that. Ooh. Oh, I missed the ramp. What the hell am I doing? Ah, that's gone badly.
Oh, this video game sucks.
I disagree. I think this game's pretty good. Yeah, I really like Simpsons Road Rage. I think it's maybe lacking a little bit in the ambition stakes, in that it is just Crazy Taxi. But like I say, you could give me a lot of you could give me a lot of Crazy Taxi, and I'd be okay. Yeah, let's go AAA. So that's kind of the main mode. Is kind of that. I'm gonna get another reward. What am I gonna unlock? New starting location. Let's go. Mission 0 of 10. Why is seriously not unlocked a mission yet? Cool. Oh, it's like a completely new environment. Oh, cool. I didn't realise that. Or is that like a start? I can't tell if that's a starting location or if that's a new environment. Is mission mode actually open? Okay, let's have a look at the missions. So, like Crazy Taxi, it's got kind of a Crazy Box-esque mission mode. They expect you to do a number of things. I don't think it's going to be quite as heavily based on the technique. You're not going to be doing crazy bowling or... God, I can't remember what else was in Crazy Box. Which is strange because I spent so long... Oh, bursting the balloons. God! Oh, God. That one in the sky where you have to do a lot of drifting around platforms that are very tiny. I've got a lot of nightmares for that mode because I spent hours in the Xbox trying to get that achievement. Is this going to be a destroy?
You won't get away with this, Burns.
Oh, that's gone badly already.
Get him, Smithers.
I've given her all she's got. She can't take no more.
Oh, if I thought the steering was bad on the sedan, this is something else. I wish you would mark them on the map. That'd be helpful. Halfway through.
Eat tractor.
Eight.
Hold it together, Willie.
Maybe this is possible. Yeah, maybe this is possible.
Never doubt a Scotsman.
Easy. All that whinging for nothing. That's maybe not as exciting as I was hoping. Oh, I hope the load times aren't like a minute and a half between each mission. That's going to put a serious damper on this. So this game was developed by Radical. I don't think I mentioned that at the top of the episode. Radical Entertainment, who have done tons of games. I don't think they're making games anymore. They seem to be like a support studio for Activision, unfortunately. Their last games were the prototype games, which had a lot of fans. They also did a lot of licensed games. So more Simpsons games we'll take a look at. Scarface, the PS2 game. Incredible Hulk, which is another game I've been trying to track down for a long time. And all sorts of stuff. Oh man, they did Independence Day for the PlayStation. Yeah, they'll come up again. That's enough to say that. And yeah, they're one of those unfortunate Activision studios that just got dissolved, or partially dissolved, and now are just probably making bits of Call of Duty.
Boy, remember what Daddy told you about being responsible and showing up to work on time? Well, it's all
Okay.
a lie.
Homer, that's America to me.
Oh yeah, I remember this environment now.
No! Dad,
Wait,
love,
what?
Why do you torment
What was
me
that?
so?
Eep.
Oh dear Lord, I hope that's not another loading screen. What do you guys think about The Simpsons? I really like it. I'm a big cartoon fan anyway, but first 11, 12 seasons of The Simpsons is some of the best animated TV out there. And I wish I liked the stuff after that, but I don't. I really don't. Every time I see a brand new episode, I just, I look at it and go, wow, it's HD and it's widescreen, that's cool. Oh, I'm not really enjoying watching this. It's kind of the same way I feel about South Park, but to a lesser degree. I still think South Park is funny. Just The Simpsons doesn't feel like it is anymore.
Boy, remember what Daddy told you about being responsible?
But yeah, those
and
first
showing up to work
11
on
seasons,
time?
they're still pretty
Well,
good.
it's all a lie.
Homer, that's America to me.
So what about if I sneak round the back? Oh, I can't. There's a bloody wall there.
Get the lead out.
There we go.
I am so smart.
I beat you.
S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.
Eep.
Yeah. These missions seem quite basic. That's unfortunate. I was hoping there's going to be more to it than that, but I think this game is good. I hope that's not a controversial opinion. I think it's good. Everyone talks about how there's no good Simpsons games. I don't necessarily agree. I think this is good. I think something like Hit and Run, which we'll look at in a future episode, I think that's good as well. So there's good games out there. It's just that, we got stuck with the bad stuff early. Oh, Simpsons Wrestling. I mean, I know that's not early. We're talking about Bart versus the Space Mutants on the Nintendo, and there was a couple for the Nintendo that were awful. I never did play Krusty's Funhouse for the Mega Drive. I always wanted to as a kid. It's one of those games that you'd see in games magazines and go, oh, they made a Simpsons game for the Mega Drive, and they keep printing out walkthroughs for it, so it must be good. I don't think I ever played it. Not even emulated, I don't think I've ever played it. I'll add that to the list of stuff we should look at. Let's try and do one more mission. I feel bad. I feel like I've shortchanged 13 episodes, or 13 minutes seems like a short episode length.
Maybe I'm seeing double again. Who knows?
Get him, Smithers.
What?
Don't pressure
Where are
me.
these mascots?
I'm nervous enough as it is.
Oh. Have I got to find the bloody thing? Okay. Cool. Well, I'm way off the track here. Oh god. Yeah, you could say I threw that one. That was not good. Anyway, that's Simpsons Road Rage. I think this game's kind of cool. I wish there was a little bit more to it, but other than that, perfectly adequate. Perfectly good.